Recycling depends on the collection of materials from the consumer to divert the materials from the waste stream to the recycling stream. Hundreds of millions of consumers worldwide use Ball's packaging. Influencing these consumers to collect and recycle those materials is challenging. Because we are part of a vast packaging supply chain across several continents, we focus on a collaborative approach in support of various packaging collection systems. China has its own characteristics in terms of packaging material collection and recycling. Since aluminum cans have the highest scrap value of all packaging types, cans have been recycled at a high rate, mostly through a vast trade network. With the goal to provide environmental education and recycling activities to improve the quality of the collection network in China, we are replicating the success of our European ReCan program. Shanghai. Our ReCan program in Ball, Asia was officially launched at the Shanghai Exhibition of Energy Conservation and Environmental Protection in June 2007. The program educates consumers about environmental benefits of an efficient used beverage can recycling solution in China. Similar programs were also introduced in other cities. Qingdao. Coinciding with the 2008 Beijing Olympic Games, Ball Asia Pacific partnered with local governmental and provincial agencies in Qingdao on an educational and collection event. Approximately 100,000 schoolchildren in 130 schools were educated on the energy savings and environmental benefits of recycling aluminum cans and learned how to properly recycle cans.
So this is a very, very good time to take this kind of recycling initiative in Qingdao. And we will absolutely take that to other cities and attempt to work with other education authorities later in the year and going into next year as well.
During the period, 2,000 pounds of aluminum cans were collected. A follow-up event reached approximately 30,000 additional students. The profits from the can collection campaign in 2008 were donated to the Qingdao Foundation of Educational Development to support the students in poverty-stricken areas. Shenzhen. In Shenzhen, we partnered with a major retailer on a collection campaign. Through 2009, a total of more than 10 tons of aluminum cans and PET bottles were collected. On March 2009, students from more than 30 primary schools visited our Shenzhen plant for a tour, an educational presentation on can manufacturing and the benefits and value of recycling. Later in June, we held a used beverage can artistic design contest for school children titled Artistic Ideas Build Green Communities. The goal of the program was to educate the children on the environmentally friendly benefits of aluminum cans and recycling. The contest was covered as a full-page story in the local newspaper. In addition, we also had environmental education classes in communities and schools. On December 2009, a kindergarten sport game with the theme of Happy, Healthy, and Green was sponsored by us with some deposit cans for children. Ezhou. In April 2009, a delegation from the Standing Committee of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference visited the Hubei plant as part of China's climate change initiative. Three-phase environmental education program was initiative for the schools of Ezhou City, near our Hubei plant in October 2009. The program involves approximately 50,000 students and features a can collection contest, recycling education, and a debate. Local television, newspaper, and news websites covered the launch. On May 2010, 95 student and teacher representatives from 15 schools had visited our Hubei plant for a recycling glass and a plant tour for can manufacturing process. Beijing. On May 2010, supported by our Beijing plant and working with China National Children's Center, we held a Painting on Cans contest in Beijing, which attracted students from over 50 primary schools to participate in. At the event, we educated the students that aluminum cans are the most sustainable products. Recycling can protects resources, save energy, and reduce the landfill. Students' imagination and creativity were well reflected on cans they painted. Media including Beijing Evening News, China Packaging News, and China Women's News all had a reporting about the event. On June 1st, with the theme of Cooperation, Innovation, Development, and Win-Win, the prestigious 2010 World Packaging Conference was held at the International Conference Center in Beijing. Almost 1,000 representatives from the packaging industry, experts, scholars, and government officials participated in the opening ceremony. Vice Chairman of China National People's Congress, Mr. Chen Changji, had presented the conference and delivered the keynote address. The chairman of World Packaging Organization, Mr. Keith Pearson, described sustainability as a journey, not a destination. 2010 Beijing International Packaging Fair and Forums were held simultaneously at the China International Exhibition Center. Working with our Beijing plant, we had a promotion of aluminum cans sustainability at the packaging fair. The creative design made our demonstration booth the most eye-catching one on the fair. President of China Packaging Federation, Mr. Shi Wanpeng, and Chairman of World Packaging Organization, Mr. Keith Pearson, visited our booth. More than 1,700 brochures and 200 sustainability report summaries were distributed to visitors. China can makers such as COFO and ORG, along with packaging equipment and service providers, also had displays. Attendance at the fair was estimated at 18,000 over the 3 days. During the year of 2009, China packaging industry GDP has exceeded RMB 1 trillion. And as a major participant in the world packaging industry, China is striving to build a large, beneficial, and sustainable green packaging industry. We are in China and we are for China. We will continue to broaden our reach by expanding our Recycle initiative to more cities in China.